child who has the specific or special needs. So first, when we see this line, like a child with special need, what kind of pictures come in our mind? Can anyone please want to share with me?
We have to give more one-to-one attention compared to other kids.
Okay.
They might have speech delay.
How we can address, how we can identify the kids who have the special needs in the classroom, and how we can assist those kids so that they can learn easily with other children. Then, affected, or behavior will be affected, communication will be affected, or all four areas will be affected. So, in the basis of these four affected areas, we can categorize the special needs into these parts, that is autism spectrum disorder, that is ASD. I guess we all have heard about this term, autism spectrum disorder. Intellectual disability, that is also very common term. Global developmental delay, or GDD. Nowadays it is also to understand their world. First they start to understand me and my mother. Then slowly they start to understand, okay, me, my mother, my family, my doggy, my football, my doll, anything. They start to identify their whole world. So during this period of time, if the child is supposed to have some disorder, it will develop in this period of time. It is not supposed to be like after 10 years we can identify the child has autism. It is not like that. If the child is diagnosed with autism, that means at the timing of birth, or maybe within this 0 to 5 years of age, that time only it develops. Focus on this yellow color, on this purple color, which part. But the child who doesn't have this autism spectrum disorder, for them it is very easy. I am talking with you. I don't need to look at cooker sound. No? Yeah. The vacuum cleaner. The sound which actually try to
with the fountain covers.
Wrapper.
There is to be no distraction, so that the child will have to concentrate on one thing. So human beings are also made that knowingly, unknowingly, we are integrated with multiple senses. You see me, you listen to me, you perceive, you're feeling the air, you're feeling the hotness and coldness. Multiple senses are getting integrated. So you are comfortably listening to her, whatever she's saying, because you're not normal. When you are not normal, the integration of the senses
is not able to understand. And already you have identified this kid have some issue with the visual senses. So what measure we can take? We can give a sunglass, so that whatever I am seeing, that will be little bit faded, and so that it is easier for me to focus on my auditory senses. That is what teacher is telling me. It would be better to filter out this visual impulses that is coming. So whoever is very much like ma'am also say that they are distracted with the noise of the fan, noise of the bird is flying, there is some noise coming. So we can give some earplug, so that those noises will be faded out and the child will be focusing on the activity we are asking the child to do. Some kids are able to identify what is the difference between Aryan and Aryan. These two things. Okay. So feelings or emotions. For him, it is like Madhuri ma'am, means only one ma'am. If we say that this is also ma'am, they will not identify this is also ma'am. For him, ma'am means Madhuri ma'am, particular ma'am. Then comes issues with communication. It will help them to regulate themselves, to come back to the world. Then comes this intellectual disability. Understand what they are saying, but their cognitive development is not as per their age. Maybe a child who is in class 1, they knows all the numbers, all the letters, capital letters, small letters. But if the child has intellectual disability, no matter how much you are putting effort, the child is, maybe their child is learning, but within a week the child is forgetting. The forgetting happens very quickly. In classroom we can get so many types of kids. Someone who will learn very fast, someone will learn very slow. They are not able to do that. Maybe as ma'am said that they are dusting. They are seeing it, but when you will ask that you dust the board and after that they don't know how to do that. But every time, maybe any number of times they are seeing it in the class. Then it's like they are not able to interact with the kids. They don't know how to interact. Maybe they are in his own world. At home what is happening? elder people like parents or grandparents, they are coming to interact with their child, but they are not learning. Children are not learning because they have this lacking of this adaptive behavior as well. They are not able to imitate. So when they are going to school, they are not able to mingle with others. Or maybe they are trying to mingle. That is the difference between autism and child is sitting. Child is sitting in one place. You are teaching. The child is looking outside. Okay. So again, it is similar with the visual training of autism. We should not like mix and match these two things.
How do we segregate, Ashwin? Like, should we put it under ADHD or should we put it under autism?
That only I am explaining. Something we need to identify. Is it like they are daydreaming or doing some visual training? That there is a very slight difference. If it is a daydreaming, that means maybe the child was coloring. Suddenly they stop coloring. They will be looking outside. Again you call by his name. Yes ma'am, I am doing. So that is daydreaming. The child is doing daydreaming. The child lost the focus. But in autism what happens? No matter how many times you will call by his name, until and unless you will go to the child, you will hold E-double-T-Y, Teddy. So D-E-double-T-Y, maybe they are writing like that. Mistake. They knows what is the spelling of P-L-E-A-S-E, please. While writing, they are thinking I am writing A. They knows I am writing A, but they don't know how to write in the middle. Or maybe P-L-A-E-S-E. Ask them to work right. And similarly, you draw something that is wrong. You draw some B, maybe only B, I am talking about B. So you draw one B like this B. You draw one B like this B. Another B like this B. Another B like this B. Give them multiple choices and ask them which one is the correct B. Very simple thing. From childhood only we keep doing it. But I am asking for the child who is going for class 1. For them also you do this thing. Maybe it has already finished in KG, nursery, this time period. But at home, give this task to the parents. Ask them that writing properly in the classroom, exam setting or any other setting. But in exam setting, particularly in exam setting, the child is not writing it properly. Then we can't tell that it is a learning journey. Then it is coming under this anxiety, exam or tension. So I have to complete it within such a period of time.
Stress. But it is very relaxed.
The dreams we don't remember because it is going on in our unconscious mind. So anxiety, frustration, tension, everything is going on in our unconscious mind. For some people, some kids, it is coming under this conscious mind as well. So we can understand they are just maybe chipping the pen pencil or maybe they are just moving the pencil. That we can see and identify. But for some kids who are not able to accept that anxiety, that I am very anxious, but not even me. Like they are not understanding how much I have to go down or go up or go left, right, how much, that distance perception, that is like this one. According to the age, as per the age. Here we need to understand one thing, the child is not able to speak in English, but in their mother tongue, he is speaking nicely, that is not common. That is like, we will try to learn more and we practice only. But maybe the mother tongue is Hindi, mother tongue is Kannada. In Kannada also they are not able to speak that much. That vocabulary is not there. So that comes under this language disorder. So like, it comes under communication disorder. I don't know how to socialize. In social primary communication what happens? I don't know how to initiate. But if the grandparents are talking to me, I will reply to them. If it is like that, then it will come under the social primary communication disorder. Otherwise, the selective mutism, it is a part of communication disorder that is not under any scope. Okay, it is another part. But we are getting very less cases, that's why I have not displayed it here. But it is a form of communication disorder. Again, with detailed case history, we can confirm that whether it is a communication disorder, only communication disorder, or there are some psychological facts behind it. Okay, for adults, like we can see, they are good, like they are speaking everything in home and outside, but with a particular person, maybe they are not speaking. Or maybe something happens in the environment, maybe the spouse just passed away. After that, they stop talking. Is that mean the person is deaf? No, it is not under communication disorder. that is a psychological factor for me. Also, some children are talking at home setting, any outside setting, but in school when they are coming, they are not at all talking with a stranger, that is our teacher. For him it is a stranger, no? The teacher is a stranger. He is not at all speaking. Then we can say it is all, totally in the psychological part.
So,
Sure, it is treatable. These are very, it is not like that much severe, but with time, with practices, with activities, it will be treatable. Chewing, swallowing, or any particular texture. There are some other kinds of oriomotor exercises, okay? Like tapping. Actually, one speech therapist can tell this part better, but as per my knowledge, there are some oriomotor exercises. Tongue therapy, okay? The tongue has to come out, left side, right side, up side, down side. Then comes blowing things, blowing the candles, sucking things, blowing whistle, blowing balloon. So different kind of exercises comes to develop this swallowing thing, sucking things, or eating, chewing things. Some kids are there. The parents every time they will smash the food because the child is not chewing. Whatever they are giving food, something, they will just take it and they will just swallow it. They don't know how to chew. So that motor exercises, like this part, they have to ask that you put pressure from the inside. Like, wherever I am putting my finger, you have to put pressure. You need to understand where I am putting. Like wherever I will put my finger, you with your tongue, you have to touch that part. Again, with so